Congrats kay YouTube channel para ma-update kayo sa araw-araw. Please click lamang sa bell notification para naman kayo sa Grade 9. Today is our lessons in MAPEH 9 in second quarter, week 2. Again, my name is Rinaldo B. Malimban. In today's lesson, we talk about the elements and principle in painting and drawing. The elements of art is evaluating the beauty of art work that visual and elements must be considered, which include the visual elements. The one is color. Color is the white eyes see what the light is reflected on an object. So the color is what the eyes see when light is reflected up in an object. It has these properties of the hue or the name of color, example red, and the value of lightness and darkness of a hue, and the intensity of brightness and dullness of a hue. So this is the color. We have the types of colors. One is red, blue, green, orange, yellow, pink, purple, violet, turquoise, gold, lime, aqua, navy, coral, teal, brown, white, and black. Those are the color names. Another element of art is the line. A line is the path of moving object through the space. It can be used in send a different message to the viewers. Most Filipino artists masculinely use the lines in their painting, like the horizontal line appears to be a rest, and the vertical line show dignity, formality, and strength. And the diagonal lines or slanting lines show action, excitement. The zigzag lines create a feelings of conquest, and the curved lines express a movement of the graceful and flowing away. So a line is a path of moving a point through a space. What are the types of lines? Line types we have horizontal, vertical, diagonal, parallel, perpendicular, thick and thin, the dotted and the broken, curved line, spiral and or strill, the barred, the wavy and or curly, and the zigzag or the jog. Those are the type of the line. Another elements of art is the shapes. Now what is shapes? Shape is refers an area clearly set up by one or more of the other elements of an art. So it refers to the distance around, above, below, and within the things. It is a limited two-dimension, length and width. The two classes of shapes are geometric and organic, and also include the square, circle, triangle, or example of geometric shape. The organic shape are free-form, if not regular, just like example of clouds, rocks. What are the types of shapes? In English shapes names, we have triangle, right triangle, rectangle, parallelogram, circle, square, rhombus, oval, pentagon, hexagon, heptagon, octagon, cylinder, cube, star. We have the heart and the arrow. Those are the English shapes of the names. Another elements of art is the space. So space, the element of art, refers to the distance between the around, above, below, within things. Types of space. We have the positive space and the negative space, between, around, above, and below. So in these 2 or 3 dimensional works of art like painting of sculpture, shapes is a form called a positive area. The empty space between the shapes are called the negative space. And the last elements of art is the texture. So texture is an element of art that refers to the way things feel or look, or things do they might feel, touch. The principle of arts is the guidelines that govern how artists must organize the visual elements to create work of art. So these are the types of texture. The one is the textile. Next, artificial, visual, and natural. What are the principles of arts? In the principle of arts, we have the explanations that the language of art has principles or guidelines that govern how artists organize the visual elements and how they create their work of art. And the one of the principle of arts is the balance. So a balance is a concern with arranging elements so as no part or a work overpowers of scene heavier than any other parts. So there are the 3 kinds of balance are formal, informal, and the regional. So this is the example. Next is the variety. Variety is a principle of art that is concerned with combining one or more elements to create interest by adding slight and changes. Next is harmony. Is the principle of art that is concerned with blending in elements to create a more calm and restful appearance of an artwork. Next is the emphasis. Emphasis making an element in a work of stand, and by contrast by the extreme changes an element. Proportion is concerned with the relationship of one part to another and to the whole. It can be achieved by the use of colors and size. Another is the movement. Movement is a principle of art that used to create the look and feeling of actions. So, by the principle of use, create the look of feeling of action is to guide the viewer eye throughout the work of art. And the last principle of art is the rhythm. It is concerned with the repeating of an element to make a work seem active or suggest vibration. To create rhythm, artists use objects or shapes in their act of works. In the unity of art, this is the proper arrangement of elements and principles with the media to create a feeling of completeness or a wholeness. And the role of the thirds, just like the example of this image. So this image were divided into third. Generally, its best location for the main object in the subject in art. It is in the middle. So it is usually as 1/3 of the cross sections of the imaginary lines. So the role of third is usually by photographers and artists and paintings in subject regarding the use of space. So that's all for today's lesson in MAPEH 9. Please watch my e-class learning platform for the next week lesson. Thank you. Again, my name is Rinaldo B. Malimban, your MAPEH 9.